Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another weekly tip video. Following on from my recent tutorial about Arc, I'm actually still using Arc as my primary browser. Since publishing the full tutorial, I thought I'd revisit the Arc browser to show you some additional features that didn't make it into the full show. If, like me, you've played with Arc and are happy with it, you may be able to migrate your data from Safari or Chrome. For instance, with Safari, you can migrate your bookmarks, history, and passwords. So let's start by importing our bookmarks into Arc, and to be honest, you don't necessarily have to do this particular step, but I would recommend it because it'll give you a record of your bookmarks in Safari for a later date. So if you just go to File, Export, and Export Bookmarks, and then find somewhere you want to store it. So I'm going to save it in my Documents folder. It's just going to be called Safari Bookmarks. It's going to be saved as a HTML file, but I'll just say Save. Okay, that's our bookmarks saved away for future reference. Now, as far as passwords are concerned, it's a similar process. So File, Export, Passwords. Now, you do need to do this if you want to bring your passwords into Arc. It needs a CSV file containing your passwords. So we'll say Export Passwords. And again, I'll go ahead and save that. Now, one thing to bear in mind, this is an insecure document. So once you've saved it and imported your passwords into Arc, you might either want to delete the original file, the original CSV file, or you might want to store it in a secure location if you want to keep a record of it. But I'm just going to go ahead and save it to my documents. I need to use Touch ID to authorize that. That's fine. Okay, now we're ready to go. So I can actually close Safari down and let's open Arc. So if you remember back to the original show, we set up two spaces. So I have this one here, which is my workspace, and this one here, which is my personal stuff. Let's just go back to my workspace. Now, to import my bookmarks, all I need to do is go up to Arc, say Import from another browser. So I've got the option of Chrome or Safari. I'm going to go ahead and select Safari. So we can import your history, passwords, and bookmarks from Safari, which is fine. We'll say Next. Now you can, if you have multiple profiles set up within Arc, specify which profile you want the bookmarks to be appended to. I'm going to use my existing Arc profile. You can create a new one from here if you want. Let's say, for instance, your Safari was used solely for work and all your bookmarks are work related. You might want a separate work profile, but I'm going to go ahead and just say my existing Arc profile, and we'll say Import. Okay, so I didn't need to access the HTML file. It will pick up the bookmarks from Safari directly. That HTML export I did before was just to keep a permanent record of my bookmarks. So whether or not you import them all or whether or not you're selective, it's up to you. It's probably a good time actually to go in and start to just specify specific ones that you might want. You might necessarily want to bring everything across. Let's say I want to bring my tech folder across, my photography folder, and show-related links as well, but nothing else. Okay, we'll say Next. This is where we open our passwords CSV file. So I need to click here to upload the passwords file. There is my passwords file I created before. We'll say Open. We have a success message and we'll say Done. And there we go. That's actually done now. So success, we imported all of your stuff. So if I hover across, I can see all of the links here. Even though they're sorted into folders, it does show me the contents of each folder. If I go to here and click, I can see the three folders here, Tech, Photography, and Show Related. Now, if I wanted to move let's say I want to keep Show Related in my workspace, that's fine. But I want to move Tech to, or rather Photography, say, to my personal space. I can just right click, say Move to, put it in personal stuff. I'll put it to the pinned section, so it always appears. And that's good. If I go across to my personal space, there is my original social media folder and my new photography folder, which I imported from Safari. If I just go back to my workspace, I've got my tech folder here. If I wanted to create a brand new space based on the links contained within this folder, again, I can right click and say turn tech into space. And now I've got those links in the pinned section within a brand new space, which is called tech. That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. All of our members get access to brand new, up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS-related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit screencastsonline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.